Hello, I'm Catherine. I'm going to show you how to use my cyanotype kit. So you'll get this envelope which is keeping the light out, and inside you've got two pieces of paper and A4 and one A3 piece of fabric. So I'm going to show you with the paper. So you just need to get it out, and you don't want to be in direct sunlight. You don't have to have the curtains closed, and you don't want to spend too long on this part because it will start reacting to the light. So have whatever you want to print close at hand. I'm going to use this beautiful fern, and then you just have to place it on the paper, and then for really good contact use a bit of perspex, or this is some glass from an old clip frame I had, and I've made it into my bundle. And that's it. You just have to put it out in the sunshine, and I'll take you through the next stage. So the colour's changed. It's a bit subtle, it might not show on camera, so it's definitely a grey, and it's almost turning just a touch sort of bronzy grey. I usually find that paper takes longer than fabric. The fabric seems to work much more quickly. I'm just going to leave it a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to rinse it. So if you look at the image now, it kind of looks blue on a grey background, but as you rinse it, it kind of switches round. So what's happening now is that the excess cyanotype solution that was in the area that was being shielded from the sun by the fern is now being washed away. I'm just agitating a bit to make sure that it is coming out, and you can see how the yellow-green has almost disappeared. Okay, so now it's had a good few minutes. I'm just going to agitate it a bit more. There. So I'm just going to put it on something absorbent to dry out. You'll get either a blank transparency in your kit that you can use to make a design on your computer and then print it out with an inkjet printer, or you'll get this design, which is from a drawing I made of a Glanville fritilliary butterfly. The process is exactly the same as for using natural material, but you'll find you'll get a sharper image because the transparent sheet lays so closely to the paper or fabric that you don't get any shadow at all. If it was a windy day, I would again use a sheet of glass on top, but as it's still today, I don't have to. Again, you can see the colour of the paper changes, going from green to blue to grey as it reacts with the UV rays. And then you just have to rinse it out and dry it just the same as with the first example. Now I'll show you how to use the fabric that comes in your kit. There's no need to worry if either the paper or the fabric looks a little bit streaky. That's just how it can look after the solution has dried, and it won't make any difference to its effectiveness. You can either pin or tape the fabric down so it doesn't move, and then place the material you want, and thinking about a sort of pleasing composition. I usually spend quite a bit of time doing this so that I can get it right. And sometimes I'll pin down the plants as well if I particularly want to get a sharp image. Sometimes I quite like to get a little bit of movement as it can add life to the design. And you can see that the fabric goes through exactly the same colour changes as the paper does. So you know when it's ready and you can take it out of the sun and rinse it. If you add items like these fern leaves, after a little bit of sun exposure, you will get patterns that have some of the blue still in it, and you'll find that you get a lovely dimension to your design because you've got these different gradations of colour. So once the fabric has been exposed for long enough, you just need to rinse it out in cold water until all the excess solution has been washed away, and then dry it again, put it on a towel, or I usually hang it on my washing line, making sure it's not in direct sunlight. So these are what I've made with my kit. So there's the fern, and those are the butterflies. And here's the fabric piece. So I hope that gives you enough instruction to be able to make your own amazing blueprints, and I'd love to see what you make if you tag me on Instagram. If you're interested in doing some more cyanotype printing, I have another video where I explain how you mix the chemicals and apply it if you want to make more sheets, so I'll link that next. So thank you so much and happy printing.